You out of here on this, then look into your crystal ball. Who do you got in the Big 12 Conference Championship game?
I got a Bedlam rematch, Oklahoma State. They play each other in early November. They'll play each other again for the conference title. Oklahoma State will win it, and the Cowboys will be in the college football playoff.
Thank you, Pete Mundo, HeartlandSports.com. He has all of the insight on the Big 12. Give your social media info as well, too.
We're on Twitter at Heartland_CS. I'm on Twitter at Pete Mundo, MUNDO, and you can find us there. Appreciate you having me on.
Thanks, man. Really appreciate you.
Anytime, Roy.
Now, Married to the Game has been in effect since January.
Right.
We've met some great people along the way.
We have.
Now, it's safe to say you met your kindred spirit in Melissa Anthony.
Oh, my God. Yes, I did. Oh, my goodness. Yes, I did.
Melissa is the director of What Just Happened Sports.
I love her.
This organization helps wives and girlfriends better relate to their significant others by teaching them, the dynamics of sports.
Where was she all my life?
Football, basketball, golf, tennis, baseball, whatever. They help out. They help us out. Because Lord knows, you asking what just happened and, okay, they're at commercial break and you trying to figure out what happened on 2nd and 12.
And you telling me to be quiet and I'm trying to just be in the know. Come on.
So Anthony and her crew, they're gearing up for football season, right? Mm-hmm. By hosting a kickoff party at Hudson Grill in Midtown Atlanta this Sunday, August 20th. Now, she's going to be joined by fellow staff member and longtime TV sports anchor, Sam Crenshaw.
Now.
That's my dude right there.
Yo, dude. Now, you already know. Now, if I watch any type of thing dealing with sports news, it's that brother right there.
Walt Harris, NFL veteran, he's going to be there, and some other retired guys are going to be in the set too. Party starts at 2 p.m. They do some football IQ. You really need to pay attention. No. You really need to pay attention to the football IQ session that they're going to be doing.
You're right. Football 101.
And then folks are going to watch the Falcons and the Steelers at 4 o'clock.
The Steelers? Oh, you
Preseason
already
game.
Now.
Tickets are $20, and that includes a drink. Now, we'll be posted up at this spot, right?
Posted up.
And then we're going to recap it on next week's program. Mm-hmm. Cool deal catching up with Anthony, right?
Cool wasn't even a word.
Yeah.
I was, woo. Okay.
She's good peoples. Check it out. Melissa Anthony, director of What Just Happened Sports. Thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game.
Thank you, Rory and Lakita. I'm glad to be here.
I am so glad you are here. You are like, woo, an answer to so many women's prayers.
Well, thank you. And you are too, by the way. I've been listening to you all's podcast, and, I can so relate to you, Lakita. So thank you. We're all in this journey together.
Oh, where did this idea of What Just Happened Sports come from?
I was thinking about that. It came from a hodgepodge of different life scenarios. I've always worked in corporate America, and about 15 years ago, I asked one of the women who was the only women who would be sitting in the major management meetings, what do you do? How do you stay up, and what do you do to make sure that you're part of all the conversations and that you stay relevant? And she said, one of the things I do is I read Time magazine cover to cover. Right. She said, another thing I do is I read Sports Illustrated cover to cover because I refuse to be left out of any conversation. And I said, I always kept that in the back of my head. At work and different situations, people like to talk about sports, and I wouldn't be part of the conversation. Being in outside sales in my life and career, I would go see clients. I wouldn't be able to connect with them or break the ice, as far as sports is concerned. And then finally, I had a son who started to prepare to go to an SEC school, and he knew where he wanted to go. And he and my husband would be watching games, and I would always be asking, what just happened? What just happened? What just happened? And the plays were already over, and I wouldn't have a chance to get an answer because the next play is already going on, and by the time a commercial break comes up, that was about 3 or 4 plays ago that I was asking a question about, and nobody answered, and nobody remembered. So
say it. Yes. Yes. So, preach it.
Lakita, are we in the same boat?
Hey,
yes.
I totally feel Mr. Anthony.
I'm like, My life.
You tell him if he needs a shoulder to be like, look, bruh, I'm there. Like, I know, bro.
I have moments like that where I'm like, what just happened? And we're like, shh, be quiet, be quiet. Like, what? Okay.
Yeah. So I'm like, okay, I got to fix this. One day I'm on the tennis courts, and I play tennis every now and then with Sam Crenshaw. I guess you guys know him.
Yes.
And, I think of Sam as the voice of Atlanta sports. And I told him, look, I'm starting this program for women. I'd love to have you come and join me. He has been super supportive. He works with me on everything, and together we are trying to get women much more involved in understanding more about sports.
Yes. Oh my goodness. This is just awesome. I'm still like, oh gosh. Okay. So I'm like, oh, let me go back to expert mode. So what sports do you cover or discuss?
We will cover and discuss any sport. So right now, we're talking about football. It's football season, of course.
Right.
So, but we are all about basketball. We're all about golf. Here in the Atlanta area, we've got a new soccer team. So, and we even do things that are non-conventional. We want to go to see some of the women's football teams play here in Georgia. So we've got all kinds of connections and places we want to go and things we want to do and presentations we need to make.
And since I felt like I've been in church with this, since you are the answer to all women's prayers, I'm just going to pass the plate and say, benediction, let's rise, and hallelujah. Thank you.
Hallelujah.
You got a great thing going on there. And
yes, thank you.
Your first event of the season coming up this Sunday, August 20th, Hudson Grill, Midtown Atlanta. Talk about that. It's tying in with the Steelers and the Falcons game.
Tied in with the Steelers and Falcons game. Yes, we have our preseason kickoff game with fantasy football. And this is all for a good cause. It's for the Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So this is going to be football 101 for all those folks out there. Walt Harris, 13 years in the NFL, and he's going to bring in some other NFL retirees to come and talk and introduce football 101 to us. And then we're going to have a fantasy football presentation. So this is our inaugural year for What Just Happened Sports fantasy football.
I'm excited about that.
Well, thank you. So I talked to our commissioner shortly before I talk to you guys. He's going to make it pretty easy, and he's going to make a quick presentation on how folks can sign up and get started with that, and proceeds once again for that are going to the Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence. So I think it's a win-win. I think it's a touchdown, excusing the pun.
Yeah. For those who don't know, a touchdown. We're here to educate.
We're here to educate.
Now, you've been doing it for a little while, but the organization is growing. And what all do you see for not only this upcoming football season, but just beyond and years to come?
We've got all kinds of things on the plate. We want to travel. We want to go take some trips and go to New York possibly. We've looked at flying down to Dallas and getting a tour of the new Dallas Dome.
Okay.
We want to have some on-field experiences so that ladies, gentlemen, whoever wants to go to some fields and actually run through some plays, get a feel for what 10 yards is like, how far 20 yards is, how far do you have to go to get that touchdown, do panel discussions on what football players are thinking about, and that's part of what we're going to do on this Sunday as well on the 20th. So there's all kinds of things, and we're always looking for new creative, fun ideas. So, I certainly want to stay in touch with you guys as we move forward and,
absolutely,
and do some collaboration.
Oh my goodness, yes. I see that.
And this is real. This is really, really exciting event that you guys got going on. Give your website and all your social media info. So, hey, folks in the Atlanta area, you need to make plans August 20th, Hudson Grill, for What Just Happened Sports event.
Yes. So to register, just go to our website, whatjusthappenedsports.com. Once again, that's whatjusthappenedsports.com, and you can register. Only $20 to attend, and that includes some appetizers. It provides a meal ticket. We're going to have some drawings and some times to mix and mingle with folks, with great folks, and do some networking. And then it's $10 for our fantasy football league.
Okay.
Once again, proceeds will go to the Georgia Coalition Against Domestic Violence.
We're really excited about
Very excited.
this upcoming event. We're looking forward to being there.
And I just want to say, I know you have just saved so many of our fans' relationships and marriages, and I am so happy that you're my new BFF. So we will talk, and thank you.
Well, and that's a good point, because when we were doing our market studies, I had a male friend who said, "Oh, please, I want my girlfriend to attend your events." So yes, I mean, this is for girlfriends, this is for significant others, this is for mothers, this is for wives, it's for neighbors, it's for grandmas, it's for everybody, it's for daughters to learn what big brother or big sister is doing. So yes, this is for everybody.
Well, Melissa, thank you so much for joining us on Married to the Game. We can't wait. Sunday, August 20th. What Just Happened Sports. It's all going down. Hudson Grill, Football 101, and the Fantasy League. Walt Harris will be in the house. Sam Crenshaw.
Well, thank you, guys. I look forward to seeing you then.
Finally.
Is this my turn to shine?
Because you're always clamoring about entertainment stuff.
So, my turn to shine?
We don't do the syndicated TV tabloid stuff.
My time to shine?
Those type of stories.
My time to shine?
If you want to call it that.
All right.
Now, I can see this falling under that umbrella, but they can't flow like Married to the Game.
Can I go?
They also can't flow like LeBron James. He's a beast on and off the court. Super smart businessman. I look up to that brother for his business mindset. Now, according to a report from Deadline.com, King James and his longtime friend, his business partner, Maverick Carter, they're in discussions with HBO.
Oh, that's me then.
For the development of a half-hour sitcom about the sneaker culture. Sneakerhead. That's not the name of the show, but you know how sneakerheads can drop hundreds of dollars and have a closet just full of Jordans from every year.
You telling. I got two brothers, and they were like that.
Now, their company, Spring Hill Entertainment, already has a multi-year TV deal and digital deal with Warner Brothers. So, the checks will just keep rolling in for Spring Hill Entertainment. Right. So LeBron and Maverick Carter, they're smart. They know how to make their money.
So what's the show focus?
Two best friends and their wild employees in an up-and-coming sneaker store.
All right.
So, going to be taking place in L.A. Makes sense to create a show about the sneaker phenomenon since people are buying them. Let's talk about it.
Well, now that
make a sitcom about it.
That does make a lot of sense, because if you recall, when James, LeBron, came out, he had a huge deal with Nike, correct?
Well, yeah, it was a bidding war, of course, between Adidas and Nike. He signed with Nike. Now he's got a $1 billion lifetime deal with Nike, kind of like how Iverson had a lifetime contract with Reebok. But
wow,
LeBron stepped it up even higher with this $1 billion sneaker deal. So he's got 3 championship rings. He is the best player in the NBA. He's always going to the finals. Now he's going to get a TV show with HBO.
So I wonder if this TV show would have, like when somebody accidentally step on their shoe. And then how somebody step on your shoe.
Oh, folks, you step on your kicks. Yeah, I'm
they
sure.
Don't play.
Yeah, they'll have some funny jokes in that. Hey, LeBron, I know you're listening, because who isn't listening to Married to the Game? I want to be an extra. I don't care if I got to say, man, those kicks is hot. Sign me up, man. Check me out. Follow us on Twitter at Married2Game1. That's the number 2 and the number 1. We follow you, King James. Follow us back.
I'll be in the show just to step on somebody's shoe.
They already got Survivor's Remorse on Stars.
Yeah, that's already.
It's coming.
That's hot.
It's back on again.
Yeah, that's a hot show.
He's got the game show The Wall on NBC. And now he's going to have this.
And now he got HBO.
See, you're supposed to be the entertainment person. You're supposed to be the one that's filling me in on this.
I can fill you in on all that and some. But, this is kind of like, yeah. It's not Tim Duncan.
See?
No?
Shaking my head. We talking about King James. You bringing up Tim Duncan.
I stay in my novice chair.
And now it's time to switch lanes. Welcome to the pit stop, where we prep for the final lap with a personal